They say Ragnarök, the twilight of the gods, did not come without warning. The Norse people believed that long before the great wolf swallowed the sun, long before the serpent of Midgard thrashed the seas into a frenzy, the world itself would first speak of its own doom. The signs were not grand cosmic events at first, but a quiet, creeping decay that festered in the hearts of both men and gods. It began with a rot from within. Honor, the bedrock of a warrior's life, started to fade like mist in the morning sun. Oaths, once sealed in blood and bound by divine witness, were spoken with forked tongues and broken as easily as dry twigs. The sacred bonds of kinship, the very threads that wove the tapestry of society, began to unravel. Brother turned against brother, and the halls that once rang with songs of loyalty echoed with the whispers of betrayal. As the moral world crumbled, the natural world mirrored its sickness. The skies grew dark and sullen. Storms, once a display of Thor's might, became relentless and cruel, battering the coasts with a fury that felt personal. And the winters grew longer, colder. Each one felt like an eternity, a great suffocating blanket of white that buried the world in silence and despair. This was the Fimbul winter, the endless winter that would swallow all hope. From his high seat in Asgard, Odin watched, his one good eye seeing everything. He saw the honorless deeds, the broken promises, the growing darkness. The Allfather knew these signs intimately, for he had seen them before, not in the world of men, but in the terrifying, fragmented visions he had bought with his own suffering at the well of Mimir. He understood a truth that others missed. The end would not begin with the clash of swords or the roar of cataclysmic fire. It would begin with the loss of meaning. When courage failed in the face of fear, when trust vanished from the hearts of friends, when the old ways and the wisdom they held were forgotten and cast aside, that was the true beginning of Ragnarök. It was not a battle to be fought on a future field, but a war already being lost within the soul. The great conflict was merely the final bloody consequence of a world that had already given up on itself. In our next episode, we will face the greatest and most terrible sign of all the Fimbul winter in its full, world-swallowing power, the final breath before the final battle. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to continue the saga of the end. Thank you for watching.